From Lowell Park in Cotuit, this is Kettleers baseball alongside John Mettis. I'm Dan Silverman. It's Game 2 of a doubleheader exhibition between the Kettleers and the Lexington Blue Sox. The Kettleers took Game 1 2-0, and we're just about to John and trying to really assess what this team looks like preseason. A lot of good pitching early on from both teams. The hitting not really there on both sides.
Well, you know, Dan, it's a windy day. The sun's finally out. It was a little chilly earlier, so we saw some bunts. We saw a lot of ground balls. Some balls down the right field line dropping for hits because the wind was blowing them that way.
Wind was tough. A little bit less now as Ross Curley steps in to lead off for the Blue Sox. And the first pitch of the game is a fastball for a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 from the right-hander Nick Lewis. Lewis, the right-hander, out of Baylor, threw that first pitch in at 89 miles an hour. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, that one missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Curley, then Jack Levine, and then Steve Gath here in the first inning for the Blue Sox, looking to get onto the scoreboard for the first time today after being shut out in Game 1. The 1-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen, right between the legs of the catcher, Will Cousins, 1-2. Kettleers wearing their home pinstriped uniforms with maroon hats, maroon socks. The Blue Sox, blue uniforms and gray pants.
Didn't wear the gray pants last year, Dan.
Here's the 1-2. Changed up, missed downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I feel like gray is typical for a road game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Classic road uniform. And then the alternate blue tops with, I think, white letters. Staying away from jersey tops, at least.
And the red socks, even though blue socks.
2-2 fastball missed downstairs for a full count on Curley, leading things off. It's really gotten nice out after it started off kind of cold and windy earlier today. The sun's out, and the wind has really calmed down. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a little dribbler foul back behind home plate. Curley just got a piece of a breaking ball, and the count's still full. Defensively for the Kettleers, Matt Albanese is in left, Gene Cohen in center, Tanner Stanley is in right, Spencer Gay is at third, Mike Paez at short, Colin second, Will Haney at first, and Will Cousins does the catching for Nick Lewis. Lewis ready, pitching out of the full windup with nobody on to the leadoff man Curley. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a looper into shallow center, coming on Cone. He dives and he can't make the play. It falls in for a base hit. Backing it up is the right fielder Stanley. It throws back to first, gets away from the catcher, but not far enough. It's backed up by Cousins. From the first baseman, excuse me. Hectic opening play to this game, but standing safely at first base with a single is Ross Curley.
Yeah, Dan Cone was running so hard for that his hat flew off before he could try and get the ball, but came up short.
Do we blame the wind for that one or just him running? Doesn't look so windy right now.
No, it doesn't.
So a leadoff single for Curley. Now Jake Levine will be the batter, left-hand batting left fielder. And Lewis from the stretch comes set. First pitch, fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Outfield straight away against the left-hand batter. Middle infield at double play depth, hoping to turn 2 on a ground ball. Lewis set at the letters. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball, dribbled slowly to the right side. The pitcher, Lewis, off the mound, has it. Overhands to first for the out. 1-3 on the putout as Curley moves up to second. So 1 down in the first inning. The runner on second is Curley, and the shortstop, Steve Gaff, will now be the batter. Right-hand batter has his pant legs rolled up, showing off Red Sox, as you mentioned earlier, John. A little bit confusing with the Blue Sox name, but I guess the red and blue looks good.
Can't argue with that.
First pitch from Lewis, and a fastball misses a little bit upstairs, 1-0. Curley on second. He singled and got to second on the ground ball from Levine, and now Gath looks to drive him in. Lewis looks to second. Now the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high pop, foul territory off by first. And running over is Lewis, and he makes a sliding attempt but can't come up with it right near the Blue Sox dugout on the first base side, 1-1.
Looked like he was a little wary of the dugout there, so he slid a little bit early. Didn't come up with the ball.
Came up probably a few inches short. The first baseman, Will Haney, couldn't get over there either. Haney, a big guy at 6'5". Not exactly the quickest of runners.
But yet another pitch coming in at 87 miles per hour. He's really going with that heat early.
Trying to overpower these hitters. Started off at 89, so we'll see how much longer he can keep that going for. 1-1 on Gath. Lewis looks to second. Now to second again. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball hit to short. He's taking his time as the shortstop throws to first in time, 2 away. 6-3 on the putout as Pius throws out Gath, and moving over to third is Curley. So 2 straight groundouts, and now Dave Ahern will be the batter. Right-hand batting right fielder looks to bring in a run for the Blue Sox. It'll take a 2-out hit or an error. Just getting started in Cotuit. No score top of the first inning between the Kettleers and the Blue Sox. Here's Lewis's first pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. It's still in the high 80s, 88 on that fastball from Lewis. Right-hander comes set, looks to third. Now the pitch. Check swing at a slider, and he did not go around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not a bad crowd today on a day that started off chilly and windy.
Yeah, and an exhibition game.
Doubleheader, though.
Yep.
1-1 the count. Lewis's pitch. Swinging a high fly ball hit in the air to shallow left. The shortstop drifting back. Makes the catch. Side retired. So Lewis works around the lead. Curley. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Middle of the first, it's the Blue Sox, nothing. And the Kettleers coming up on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. No score last of the first inning here in Cotuit, and Nick George, the right-hander, gets the start for the Blue Sox in Game 2, facing Gene Cohn, Mike Paez, and Stephen Gay in the first inning for the Kettleers. Cohn, a left-hand batting center fielder, steps in. George into the full windup. Here's the first pitch, and a fastball is taken at the knees for a called strike, 0-1. 81 on that fastball from George, so not throwing as fast as Lewis did in the top of this first inning. Right-hander peers in for the sign, and now time called at the plate. Game 2 facing Gene Cohn, Mike Paez.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Here's the 0-1, and that one's taken. Slider, 1 ball and 1 strike. Third baseman Curley playing even with the bag to guard against the possible bunt from Cohn, who has good speed. The 1-1, he takes downstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. George working quickly with nobody on. Here's the righty's 2-1, swinging a hard one-hopper right at the second baseman, and he's got it at the edge of the outfield grass and throws to first, 1 away. Nice player there by Garrett Smith to stick with it on a hit ground ball, and Cohn the first out of the bottom of the first inning. So Mike Paez now the batter, right-hand batting shortstop. Steps into the box against George. Curley even with the bag at third once again. George into the windup. He kicks and fires. Paez squares to bunt, takes it back, and takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And we can see Paez's facial expression from up here. He thought that one missed the corner.
Still shaking his head, Dan.
He's not happy, but behind in the count, 0-1. Here's George's 0-1 pitch. Fastball, that one's off the outside corner. Further outside there, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And you're starting, it's a little warmer now. You're starting to see some fans spotted around the outfield fence with their pets, watching a good game of baseball in the sun.
It's a nice day for a game, that's for sure, now that the sun's come out. Here's the 1-1, and a changeup drops onto the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Paez. Really a big difference weather-wise. Game with the sun out, the winds calmed down. Much better hitting conditions, too. The wind was blowing in for the entire first game. Here's the 1-2. Fastball a little bit off the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think Paez would have been pretty upset if he got punched out on that one. So 2-2 on the right-hand batter. No score last of the first here in Cotuit. Now the 2-2 pitch and a breaking ball in the dirt. Full count. After Paez, Spencer Gay will bat in the last of the first inning for the Kettleers, looking to sweep this exhibition doubleheader from the Blue Sox. George set. 3-2 pitch, swinging a high fly ball center field, coming on the catch about waist high, 2 men away. Levine read that one easily, and I guess in a second game without as much wind to battle for the outfielders, that's never fun, because we could tell a little bit in this first game that the fly balls gave outfielders a bit of a tough time.
Yeah, that one stayed a little bit lower for him, so, wasn't too hard to battle through the wind.
Spencer Gay hits the first pitch deep to left field, backing up is the left fielder, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over.
By the way, he was running on that one. You thought that one might get closer to the fence.
Maybe the wind isn't quite as gone as we thought. That ball hit pretty well by Gay, but not quite well enough. Kettleers go in order at the end of 1, no score on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Scores we head to the top of the second inning here in Cotuit. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 up for the Blue Sox, still against the right-hander Nick Lewis. Devin Perry leads things off, right-hand batting center fielder. Lewis into the windup, the first pitch. Swinging a line drive towards right center. Back on the ball is the center fielder Cohen, and he makes the running catch, one away. Pretty well struck out there from Perry, but that ball just hung up a little bit too long, and Cohen was able to make the play. So one up and one well hit out, and now Garrett Smith will be the batter. Smith playing second base in game 2 of this doubleheader. Started the first game at second base as well. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. It's the same starting 10 for the Blue Sox as we saw in game 1. They're batting 10 with an extra hitter in the 10 hole. Here's the 0-1. That one missed down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, no one on, top 2 here at Lowell Park. We're scoreless in Cotuit. Lewis into the windup. Kicks in, fires home. Check swing at a slider down and away. And it's 2-1. After Smith, Kevin Davis will bat for the Blue Sox in the top of the second inning, who still haven't scored in now 10-plus innings of baseball this afternoon. The 2-1. Swinging a ground ball up the middle to his left, the shortstop Paez. Fields it, spins, throws to first over the head of the first baseman. It hit off the screen of the dugout on the Blue Sox side. And staying at first with an infield single is Garrett Smith. Nice play by Paez to get to that ball. Just couldn't keep that throw down. Otherwise, he might have had a play. But an infield single for Smith.
Yeah, I mean, he showed his range earlier in the first game of the doubleheader, and again, got to a ball that was headed for center field again. Down.
Kevin Davis now the batter, a left-hand batter. First pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball in the dirt, but it gets away from the catcher Cousins, and Smith takes second. So a wild pitch on Lewis, and for the second straight inning, the Blue Sox have a man in scoring position. We'll see what they can do. Last inning, they weren't able to bring the runner home. That was Curley. Now they try and bring home Smith to take the lead. We're scoreless, top of the second. Flashing towards second is Paez, and no pickoff throw, so Lewis steps off the rubber. 0-1 the count on the left-hand batting first baseman Davis. Lewis looks to second. Now the 0-1. Down and away, a fastball. That one gets by Cousins as well, and going to third is Smith. Looked like more of a pass ball on that one that Cousins could have had. Just didn't quite reach his glove down far enough.
He didn't get his glove enough into the dirt. You got to trap the ball.
So a single, a wild pitch, and a pass ball on Smith on third, with the ball never leaving the infield. Infield playing back with the exception of Gay at third. Here's the 1-1. And that one's down and away. A slider blocked that time, but Cousins still couldn't hang on to it. So 2-1 the count on Davis. The catcher Andy Delavolpe waiting in the on-deck circle. Lewis peers in for the sign. And now comes set at the letters. The leg kick and the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there. Looked like he slowed it down just a little bit at 86, but had some drop to it. And the count 2-2 on Davis. Smith on third, 1 out, top of the second inning here at Lowell Park. No score between the Blue Sox and the Kettleers. Lewis ready, the 2-2. Swinging a dribbler foul back to the screen. Threw him a slider, and Davis was able to protect by just getting a little piece of it. Wind seems to be picking up a little bit here in this top of the second inning. So I guess we're not really clear of it yet, John. Hasn't been an ideal condition day for batters. Just 2 runs total in the first game. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball and a big second out for Nick Lewis. Threw that one right by him at 87 miles an hour, and it looked like it sunk a little bit too at the last second. A good pitch from Lewis.
87 seems to be his magic number. Has been hitting that all day.
It's working. So Andy Delavolpe now the batter, right hand, looks to get the job done with 2 outs. and Smith still the runner on third. Lewis set, first pitch, and he takes a fastball, strike down the middle, 0-1. If Delavolpe gets on, Matt Bender, the DH, would bat next. Lewis set. Here's the 0-1. Check swing in the dirt. Gets away a little bit from Cousins, but not far enough for Smith to advance, who ran about a third of the way down the line and then decided not to run. Better job there by Cousins keeping that ball at least close to him, because anything further, Smith probably runs down the line and scores.
Yeah, he's been getting a little antsy over there at third base. He's looking for any chance he can get to go home.
1-1. Delavolpe trying to bring Smith home himself. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to the right side. To his right, the second baseman. He's got it. Sets, fires to first, and the inning is over. So again, the Blue Sox get a man to third, but can't bring him home in the second. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. Middle of the second inning here in Cotuit. No score on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. We head to the last of the second inning here in Cotuit. No score between the Kettleers and the Blue Sox. Dan Silverman, John Metis with you this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Kettleers against the right-hander Nick George. Matt Dacey leads things off, left-hand batting designated hitter. The right-hander George kicks and fires, and a fastball taken right down the middle, 0-1. Came in at 71, but it didn't look like it had a lot of movement to be an off-speed pitch, did it? It kind of just lobbed it in there.
It looked a little bit like a changeup. It might have dropped a little bit.
Here's the 1 he takes on the inside corner. That's a fastball at 81, and the count 0-2. All right, I guess the first was the changeup. Yeah. Looked like he slowed his arm down a little bit, though. So.
And he got 10 miles an hour difference between the two pitches, 81 and 71. So definitely going to be tough for the hitters today.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball missed off the inside corner to Dacey, 1-2 the count. It's tough to tell it was a changeup just because it looked like he just slowed his arm speed down as opposed to having his hand do the work. The 1-2. That's the changeup. That one missed downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Dacey, then Albanese, and then Stanley here in the second inning for the Kettleers. Here's George's 2-2. Swinging a high foul off to the left and out of play. Over the grandstands. And the count's still 2-2. I don't even see where that one landed.
Somewhere in the trees, Dan.
A lot of trees around the stadium, especially beyond the outfield fence.
Definitely a beautiful ballpark.
Nothing but green. The 2-2. Swinging a high fly ball hit to right field, but not deep. Coming on is Ahern. He dives, and he can't make the play. That one hung up there for a while. Ahern, I don't think got a great read at it at first. The wind might have been affecting that ball. And on its first with a little fly ball single is Matt Dacey.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get to it over there and right, but his glove got caught up on the ground and sort of just hit the palm, hit the heel of his palm.
Looked like the wind definitely affected him on that one. So first base runner for Cotuit. Now Matt Albanese will be the batter. Right-hand batter playing left field in this game. Here's the first pitch. Squares to bunt. Pulls it back. Fastball in the dirt. Gets away. And moving up to second goes Dacey on a wild pitch.
And Matt Albanese from Bryant University. In 36 games for them, he hit .319 with 5 homers, 28 RBIs, and scored 35 times. I believe he also led the team with 9 steals.
All-around great player. And we saw him start game 1 in right field, game 2 in left field. So I guess, right and left are pretty similar, but not limiting himself to just one position. Ahead on the count, 1-0. We'll see if he squares the bunt again. George looks to second. Now the pitch, no bunt. He takes it down and away. Runner goes to third. Third is not in time. Good jump there from Dacey, stealing third with nobody out. And now the Kettleers have 3 chances to bring him home.
Looked like he was going to be gunned down, but the third baseman bobbled the ball a little bit. And nevertheless, he's in safe.
Throw from Delaveau bounced on his way to third, and Curley just couldn't pick it. So 2-0 on Albanese, looking to bring home a run. The pitch. And he takes down and away a fastball, 3-0. Infield playing back, they'll concede a run for an out. Curley playing a few steps behind the bag at third. He's further in than anyone else. The 3-0, swinging a high fly ball, foul down the right field line and slicing out of play, 3-1. So green light, 3-0, and Albanese fouled it off. Right-hander George comes set at the letters. Albanese ready in the box. The pitch, swinging another foul back off to the right, and the count 3-2.
Another outside fastball, and looks like those seem to be his pitches that he want to hit.
Seems like George is trying to stay away from all the batters he's faced so far. He only throws 81, so if you come inside and miss your spot, you're really throwing some dangerous pitches there. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball away. Pumped it up to 83, and there's a big first out in the second.
3 pitches in a row. Looked like 3 fastballs along the outside. 81, 81, and then 83 was enough to get Matt Albanese.
And he's not even throwing that hard. Just placed those fastballs in a good spot where Albanese couldn't reach them.
And, swung it 3 in a row. Even though he started out with a 3-0 count, he just looked like he really wanted to hit those pitches.
Tanner Stanley, the batter. He turns on one down the right field line, but slicing foul. And out of play, 0-1. He was way out in front of that first pitch fastball. It was the left-hand batter. So 0-1. Infield has moved in with 1 man out, and still on third is Dacey. George set. The 0-1, he squares to bunt, pops it up on the first base side. George off the mound, dives, he can't make the play, and has no play at first. So a bunt single for Tanner Stanley. And the Kettleers now have men on the corners and still 1 man out. That might have been a safety squeeze with a runner on third and 1 out, but the bunt was popped up, so Dacey didn't come down the line. But he happened to place it in a spot where the only play that could have been made was George in the air, and he couldn't reach it.
Yeah, the pitcher had to look to home first to make sure the runner wasn't coming, and so he was able to get in there at first.
So an RBI spot now for Will Haney, first and third, 1 out. No score in the second. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball down in the zone, 0-1. Haney caught in game 1, playing at first base now in game 2. Very imposing batter at the plate, 6'5", 230 pounds. A sophomore from Alabama. Throw to first, and just diving back in safely is Stanley. Looked like he kind of took a bit of a hop towards second, and George almost able to pick him off.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking over at the bag when George turned off the mound.
We'll see if he's running, 0-1. Pitch is taken for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. A very close play. Stanley just got in there. Looked like the umpire started to punch him out and then changed his mind and threw out those arms to signal safe.
Yeah, Stanley hardly even took a lead off the bag on that one after almost getting picked off the play before, but he was able to get in there, able to get past the tag.
So 0-2 on Haney. The infield moves back in now with no double play in order. And Haney looking to bring in at least 1 run. Dacey on third, and Stanley the runner on second. George set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, that one sits upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Slowest one he's thrown so far today at 69 miles per hour.
So not a huge difference between the fastball and the curveball for him. You got some pitchers who have a 20-mile-an-hour difference almost, really. I guess 12 or 13 for George. Here's the 1-2. Curveball. That one drops in right down the middle. Strike 3 called, 2 men away. And Haney back to the bench looking. And a big strikeout there for George, his second of the inning. And now 2-out base hit or an error. And Colin McMillan coming up. Left-hand batting McMillan, and with 2 outs, the infield can now move back with runners on second and third. First pitch, swinging a ground ball foul past first, and the count 0-1.
You're seeing a lot of first pitch swings, so clearly they're not being conservative at the plate. They want to test their batting skills because we only saw 2 runs in the first game.
And it's tempting too when you have a guy like George who only tops out around 82 or 83. You see that first pitch fastball that looks so hittable, and it's easy to be out in front of it. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive, caught by a leaping first baseman, Davis, and the inning comes to an end. So close there for McMillan, but he's robbed of a hit, and the Kettleers leave 2 men in scoring position. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. At the end of 2, no score on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. No score, top of the 3rd inning here in Cotuit, and a new pitcher for the Kettleers is the hard-throwing right-hand pitcher out of Boston College, Justin Dunn. Hit 92 in warm-ups, but John, you know he's thrown faster than that at school before.
Yeah, according to his Boston College bio, he's been clocked at 94.
First pitch he throws here is a fastball at 93 up out of the zone to Matt Bender, 1-0.
Bender thought about it, but a high fastball screaming by him.
That pitch looks so hittable, too, right up near your eyes. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew that one right by him at 92, 1-1.
Dan, I think we have a theme that's going to be going throughout his time on the mound.
How fast can he throw? Full windup from the righty. The pitch. Breaking ball. Missed downstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. 79 on that curveball, so if he throws that one in the strike zone, when you're looking for the heat, that could be unhittable. Here's the righty's 2-1 pitch. Fastball up out of the zone again upstairs. 92 there, and it's 3-1 on Bender.
And Dunn on the mound is the only player for the Kettleers out there right now with his pants rolled up so you can see those nice maroon socks.
Behind in the count, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Blew another fastball right by him. Lots This is from Dunn, and the count full on the DH Bender. 9-10-1 in the order now for the Blue Sox in the third. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball hit to short. Paez has it. Throws to first, and it's in time by a couple steps. One up.
Yeah, those ground balls to short today seem to be slow rolling. A lot of the batters are getting close to running those out.
High grass here on the infield at Lowell Park. By the way, John, I hate to point out you're being wrong, but Will Haney's also got the high Sox over at first.
Oh, well.
Chris Ruocco now the batter. First pitch is a fastball high, 1-0. Ruocco, a right-hand batter, the extra hitter for the Blue Sox, who are batting 10 guys in today's scrimmage game, as opposed to the normal 9, causing me to have to change my scorebook around. The 1-0, fastball upstairs again, ball 2.
Lucky for me, I have an extra spot at the bottom of mine, so.
The stuff you print out on the internet, John. 2-0 on Ruocco, batting with 1 out in the third. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup downstairs. That one at 84, 2 balls and a strike. After Ruocco, Ross Curley, the leadoff man, will bat here in the third inning for the Blue Sox. Dunn's 2-1. Breaking ball, missed a little bit upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. So a lot of heat from Dunn, but also some difficulties finding the strike zone here in his first inning of work. 1 full count, now behind in the count 3-1. The pitch, fastball up and away, ball 4. So Ruocco draws the 1-out walk, and now back to the top of the Blue Sox lineup, and Ross Curley will be the batter. Curley singled back in the first inning, and then was stranded at third after the rest of the Blue Sox lineup couldn't get him home. Gay playing even with the base at third to guard against a bunt. Middle infield at double play depth. Dunn's first pitch, fastball taken a little bit upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on, 1 out, top of the third inning here at Lowell Park on a nice sunny afternoon. Still a little bit chilly and windy. No score. Here's Dunn's 1-0. Fastball just missed upstairs again. It's 2-0. So Dunn still throwing hard. That one last came in at 92, but struggling to find the strike zone against these Blue Sox hitters. 2-0 on Curley. Now the pitch. Fastball. Sorry, there's a changeup there. That missed downstairs. And it's 3-0. That changeup at 84 for Dunn was still faster than anything George has thrown today. 83 with his fastball.
Had a little bit of movement on it, but not too much.
Here's the 3-0. Take a fastball on the outside corner, 3-1 on Curley. Similar pitch that Mike Paez didn't like in the bottom of the first inning, so the ump looks to be calling him both ways on that outside corner. Dunn set, the 3-1, swinging a slash foul the other way, and out of play. Full count. Well, that's what happens when you're late on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. It tends to go pretty far in the opposite direction out of play.
Problem is, if you connect on it,
then it can go far in play.
Yep.
3-2. Curley set, and Dunn comes to the high set. Runner goes, the pitch is down and away, ball 4, and back-to-back walks for Dunn here in the third inning.
Cousins had to sort of grab that one. Good thing. That would have got by him, you know. You'd see runners on the corners right now.
Depends on how aware Ruocco would have been. He was running on the pitch, and you're right, probably would have easily gotten to third if that ball had gotten to the backstop. So first and second, 1 out. And now the left-handing batting Jack Levine will come to the plate for the Blue Sox. Dunn set. Looks to second, the first pitch. Swinging a high pop, shallow left. Backpedaling the third baseman into foul ground, and he makes the catch after twisting around a little bit. A nice play for out number 2. Gay was able to stick with that one. Not an easy play with the wind.
No, I mean, he thought he was going to be able to get to it just backpedaling, then realized at the last second that he was going to have to twist his body around and, you know, run and sort of try and catch it over his shoulder. Overran it a little bit, but got back to it. It was strange. The wind's been blowing everything back to the right, but it seemed to blow that ball back left and then right again.
And wind's not only tough on outfielders, but infielders too when you have the air like that. So Steve Gaff now the batter, right-hand batter, with first and second, 2 men down. First pitch, Fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Ruocco on second, Curley on first. They both reached on walks. And 2 men down, top of the 3rd inning here at Lowell Park. The Blue Sox looking to be the first team to score. Dunn looks to second. And now the pitch home. Slider missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two hits, no errors for both teams on the scoreboard. But 2 runners on via walks here in the 3rd for the Blue Sox as they look to take the lead. Dunn comes set near the neck. Pickoff play at second. He throws it into center field, but nicely backed up by Cone. And not going anywhere is Ruocco.
He threw one of his fastballs back there to second base.
And that one wasn't even close to hitting the glove of Paez, who was going back to cover. Probably, 5 feet second at least.
Behind the runner sliding back in.
And Ruocco, no chance to go to third. He went diving back in towards second. And by the time he got up, Cone already had the ball in center. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a high pop foul off to the right out of play. And the count 1-2.
Dunn was shaking his head after that one.
Well, he's a strike away from getting out of this inning despite walking 2 batters. Ahead in the count on Gath, 1-2. Right-hander comes set. Looks to second. Now the leg kick and the pitch. Slider popped up. Foul ground outside of first. Haney gives it a look, but it's out of play. Went with a breaking ball there. And a good job by Gath to stay alive. Ruocco on second. Curley the runner on first with 2 outs in a scoreless tie in the 3rd inning. Dunn peers in for the sign, gets what he wants, and comes set. Looks to second. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball just missed up and away. And the count 2-2. Lots of 2s on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 outs. But we're in the 3rd inning.
And 2 hits for each team.
So close. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high chop to short. Paez waits back on it. Fires to first. Picked out of the dirt by Haney. And the inning is over. So Dunn works around a no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. In the middle of the 3rd inning, it's the Blue Sox nothing and the Kettleers nothing on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Jeff Blount, the new pitcher for the Blue Sox in the last of the third inning here back at Lowell Park. No score between the Blue Sox and the Kettleers. Alongside John Metis, I'm Dan Silverman. Thank you for making us part of your Saturday afternoon in this doubleheader exhibition. Will Cousins leads off for the Kettleers, righty-righty matchup, and he swings and grounds one to the left side, backhanded in the hole by the shortstop. Long throw to first is wide and not in time, and Cousins has an infield single. Nothing Gath could have done about that one. Would have been wiser to just pocket it and not risk throwing it away. So Cousins reaches base, third hit of the day for the Kettleers, and back to the top of the lineup with the center fielder Gene Cohn. Blount comes set below the belt. Here's the first pitch to Cohn. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes upstairs, and a throw back to first. But Cousins back in standing. After Cohn, Mike Paez will bat here in the third inning for the Kettleers, looking to break this scoreless tie. Here's the 1-0. He squares to bunt again. Pitches high, pops away from the catcher. Passing to second on the pass ball is Cousins.
Looked like it tipped off the top of the catcher's glove, and he had no idea where it was. Just bounced right in front of the umpire.
Delavolpe just couldn't find it. Bounced, what, a foot behind him, maybe two? Just didn't know where it was. Spun around once or twice.
Sounded like it might have hit his mask, too.
So 2-0 the count on Cohn. We'll see if he squares to bunt again. He does. Gets it down third base side of Beauty. Charging his curly. Throws on the run to first. Got him! Nice play by a big first out. As moving over to third goes Cousins. So 5-3 on the sacrifice. Cousins on third with one out. And Mike Paez will be the batter.
Gotta admire Cohn's effort there. He was almost able to run that one out.
He's got good speed, and when you're a speedster like that, yes, you might have the sack bunt sign, but you're really bunting for a hit, and at least for the sacrifice. Infield comes in for the right-hand batting Paez. He squares to bunt, gets one down first base side. Cousins comes home, no play at the plate. The throw goes to first. 1-3 on the sacrifice. Cousins scores, and the Kettleers have a 1-0 lead.
That was a good bunt there. He was able to take a high pitch and make sure it got down on the ground. Landed down the first base line in front of the pitcher. That's a run for the Kettleers.
That's all your job is right there. Get it down and play. And if that goes well, Cousins scores easily. So, an infield single, a pass ball, and 2 bunts. That's all you need for a run. Spencer Gay now the batter, first pitch. He takes in the dirt, a breaking ball. So the Kettleers score without the ball leaving the infield here in the third. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball upstairs. And the count 1-1 on Gay. That is small ball in its really truest form right there. Here's the righty's 1-1. Swinging a liner toward short, caught by Gath, and the inning is over. But the Kettleers break onto the scoreboard with 1 run on 1 hit. A couple of nicely executed sacrifices. Nobody left. At the end of third, it's the Kettleers 1 and the Blue Sox 0 on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Where'd we get this?
Now pitching for the Kettleers from Mississippi State, number 37, Daniel Brown.
Mine's just having access.
fielder, number 41, Dave.
Daniel Brown, the new pitcher for Cotuit, in the top of the 4th inning back here at Lowell Park. The Kettleers with a 1-0 lead. The lefty Brown, a sophomore out of Mississippi State, at 5'9", 183 pounds, and he will face 4, 5, and 6 in the Blue Sox lineup.
3 pitchers in 4 innings, Dan. I'm running out of pitchers spots on my scorecard.
Well, you've got 10 for the batters. Dave Ahern leads off first pitch. Swing and a miss. Got fooled by a fastball at 92 down in the zone. It's 0-1.
Looks like he was holding back during warm-ups. He was hitting 87, 89, and then that 92 fastball comes out of nowhere.
Away, that's for sure. Here's the 0-1. Fastball paints the outside corner at 91. It's 0-2.
That's the control that you didn't see from Dunn. He's able to get it inside and then outside. We'll see how he carries through the rest of the inning.
It's important for keeping batters off balance. Now we'll see what he does ahead in the count, 0-2. The pitch, fastball even further outside. That one missed the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. After Ahern, Devin Perry and Garrett Smith in the 4th inning for the Blue Sox, who were scoreless in 12 innings on the afternoon. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. No, he foul-tipped it. Just got a little piece of it.
Didn't even hear that one come off the bat.
Nope, I heard nothing of that one. But Ahern just got a little bit of that breaking ball to stay alive. So still 1-2 on the right-hand batting right fielder, who popped out to the shortstop Paez in his first at-bat in the 1st inning. Choking up on the bat a little bit against the hard-throwing lefty. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a fastball up in the zone at 93, and there's out number 1 in the 4th inning. That's a really tough pitch to catch up to, that 93 up in the zone. And Brown literally threw it right by his bat.
He was choking up on the bat. That gives you a little bit less coverage on the plate, and you sacrifice the power to be able to try and catch up to a ball that fast.
Devin Perry, the batter, right-hand batter, takes a fastball low, 1-0. Even choking up on the bat, he was still late on it.
Mm-hmm.
And really the idea of choking up is to help improve that bat speed. Still wasn't enough to beat that. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Good fastball up in the zone again. It's 1-1. Perry hit the ball well his first at-bat. A line out to center field and a nice running play in right center by Gene Cohn. The pitch, curveball drops in for a strike right down the middle. It's 1-2. Brown set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit to second, right at McMillan. He sets, fires to first in plenty of time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Brown. And now he'll face the second baseman, Garrett Smith. Smith had an infield single back in the 2nd inning, got to 3rd on a wild pitch in the pass ball. But the Blue Sox him home. Right-hand batter against the left-hand pitching Brown. Brown pitching from the stretch with no one on. First pitch, swinging a slash foul the other way. He was late at a fastball. 0-1. Have to wonder how many balls get lost in all the trees surrounding the stadium, because off to the right there are a bunch of trees. Same thing to the left out and beyond the fence. It's got to be a lot of lost balls. The 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-2.
Dan, I bet you could just walk around the trees out there and find all of them if you really wanted to.
There's probably plenty of free baseballs out there. 0-2 on Smith. Brown set, fires home. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. And a 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Brown. Nothing across, middle of the 4th inning. It's the Kettleers 1, the Blue Sox 0 on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Richmond, the designated hitter, number 18, Matt Daisy.
What? I'll tell you. 1-0 Kettleers last of the fourth inning here at Lowell Park. Matt Dacey, the left-hand batter, leads things off. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Had a single in his first at-bat in the second inning. Made it all the way to third.
But couldn't come home. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball just off the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be Dacey, then Albanese, and then Stanley here in the fourth inning for the Kettleers. Here's the righty's 1-1. Breaking ball a little bit down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Patience here from Dacey. The 2-1. Swinging a rip foul backed into the parking lot and right off a car. I think that might have hit a side mirror or something like that. It looked like something went flying.
As long as it's not my car.
It is. And you wisely parked in the back of the parking lot, John. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball down and in. 1 away.
You know, you got to wonder with these Cape Cod baseball leaguers, you know, a lot of them, it's their first time in the league, first time using wooden bats. How much of an advantage that is for the pitchers. You know, it's wooden bats a little bit heavier, a little bit different to swing with. And this, I'm not sure, this might be their first game. It's definitely their first exhibition game. Well, second now, that they're really trying to get used to these bats. Of course, they practiced before, but it's a learning process.
It's a lot different. The batter, and he fouls one off to the right. 1-1 now the count after a first pitch fastball missed out of the zone. Albanese struck out swinging his first at-bat back in the second inning. That was with a runner on third and nobody out. The 1-1. Good fastball. And the count 1-2.
Started out that first at-bat 3-0. Then swung at 3 straight pitches. Fouled the 2 off and then missed the last one.
The 1-2 in the dirt, a breaking ball nicely blocked by Alex Wojcik, the new catcher who just came into the game. And the count 2-2. Blount working from the full windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the fastball up out of the zone. And back-to-back strikeouts here in the fourth. Second time Albanese has gone down swinging in this game.
Couldn't tell if he was late on that one or just a little bit over top of the pitch.
It's tough to catch up to that fastball up in the zone, even only at 86 miles an hour. The pitch looks so good even though it's out of the zone. Right in the eyes. Tanner Stanley, the batter. He takes the curveball right down the middle, 0-1. Stanley singled back in the second on a bunt single and then stole second before being stranded. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good curveball in the dirt. And it's 0-2. And now Blount to strike away from striking out the side here in the fourth. 0-2 on Stanley. Catcher sets up away. The pitch, fastball just off the outside corner. 1-2. Well, Blount hit his glove. The problem was the glove was set up a little bit off the plate. Now the 1-2. Swinging a foul right off the top of the Blue Sox dugout on the first base side. Ahead of a breaking ball there. Still 1-2 on Stanley. Blount working quickly. And now starts his mark. Stops. Now right back on that rubber. Here's the righty's 1-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive towards short. Right at the shortstop. Gaff, he makes the leaping catch about an inch or 2 off the ground. He got his feet, and the inning is over. Kettleers go in order at the end of 4, 1-0 Cotuit on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
from base, first baseman,
Daniel Brown stays on the mound for his second inning of work here in the fifth inning with the Kettleers ahead 1-0, and he faces a fellow lefty, Kevin Davis, to lead things off. Brown working from the stretch with nobody on. The first pitch, swinging a ground ball hit to the left side, diving stop by Gay at third, gets up, fires to first. Not in time. A very close play at first. Great hustle from Davis, who just got his foot in there for an infield single to lead things off. Well, Gay did everything he could on that one. Dove, got up quickly. But Davis running down the line too quickly, and he couldn't make the play. Throw the leadoff man on. Alex Wojcik, the catcher, will now hit for the first time. Right-hand batter. And he swings and misses at a fastball. 0-1.
now batting from Holy Cross, catcher, number 8, Alex Cotuit.
Brown working quickly. Comes set, looks to first. Now the pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 1. 1-1 on Wojcik, the DH Matt Bender in the on-deck circle. Davis leads off first, stretching his lead a little bit. The pitch, swinging a chop to second, could be 2. To second, out, the turn to first by Paez, right in time. A 4-6-3 double play, and there are 2 men down. Beautifully turned by the Kettleers on a tailor-made double play grounder. Good pitching by Brown.
Designated hitter, number 39, Matt.
So that wipes out the infield single from Davis. 2 outs, no one on here in the 5th inning. And the DH, Matt Bender, will be the batter. Bender 0 for 1, grounded out to short. First pitch, swing and a miss with a fastball upstairs. 0-1. If Bender gets on, Chris Ruocco, the extra, would bat next.
And Dan, Matt Albany started out the game in left field, but he's over at first now, moved over there last inning.
Here's the 0-1, swinging a ground ball to third. This time easily played by Gay. Sets, fires to first in time, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We're halfway through here at Lowell Park. It's the Kettleers 1 and the Blue Sox 0 on the Cape Cod Baseball.
Now into the game, Georgia Tech, number 13, Dennis Keenan. Correction, Keenan Dennis.
Matt Keogh on to pitch for the Blue Sox here in the last of the 5th inning, a right-handed pitcher out of Quinnipiac College. And Keenan Innes will pinch hit for the Kettleers. Right-hand pitcher, left-hand batter. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Innes is the son of Jeff Innes, who played for the Mets for 6 years.
Gotta love those Mets, huh? Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball a little bit upstairs this time, 1 ball, 1 strike. Innes batting for Will Haney, and then it'll be Colin McMillan and Will Cousins here in the last of the 5th. Keogh ready. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a high pop outside of first and foul ground, and that'll reach the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jeff Blunt went 2 innings, gave up the only run of the game so far. That one came back in the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Kettleers as we play in the 5th. Here's the righties 1-2 in the dirt with a breaking ball, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nicely blocked by Wojcik on that one. Just 1 hit given up in those 2 innings by Blount, but that runner came home to score. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a high fly ball hit to left field. Backing up is Levine. Now drifts in a few steps and he makes the 2-handed catch for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down. Now Colin McMillan will be the batter. Lined out to first base sharply back in the 2nd inning with 2 men in scoring position. A nice catch by Kevin Davis robbed him of what could have been a 2-run single. Bats now with nobody on, 1 out last of the 5th inning. The Kettleers leading 1-0. And what's been a very low day here at Lowell Park. Here's the first pitch to the lefty. Curveball misses the outside corner, 1-0. Kettleers took game 1 of this doubleheader 2-0, and now lead 1-0 in the last of the 5th inning in game 2. Great pitching for Cotuit, that's for sure. Keogh set. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a squibber foul off by the Kettleers dugout on the 3rd base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield pretty much straight away against the left-hand batter. Infield straight up as well, with the 3rd baseman Curley playing probably a step or 2 behind the base. Keogh set at the chest. Here's the righties 1-1. Swinging a high fly ball hit to shallow center. Drifting over towards left center, and it's the left fielder Levine who makes the catch, 2 men away. That ball really tailed, didn't it? Looked like it was going further towards center off the bat.
Yeah, it looked like it was going straight away center, then that wind picked up, took it over to the left center, and the left fielder ended up making the play on it.
Well, the wind's been going back and forth all afternoon. Started off blowing in from left field and towards right, and now blowing back out towards left.
Funny thing is, the American flag out in left center field next to the scoreboard seemed to be moving around all too much.
Will Cousins, now the batter, takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0.
It's nestled in some trees, so
You never know with the wind. That's what's so tricky about it, because you could have a ball hit in the air and all of a sudden the wind just picks up and blows it somewhere. 1-0 on Cousins, who scored the game's only run. Now the pitch. Swinging a high pop, left side of the infield, right for the shortstop Gath. Moving in a few steps, makes the one-handed grab, and the inning is over. 3 easy outs for Keogh, who pitches a 1-2-3 5th. At the end of 5 here at Lowell Park, it's the Kettleers 1 and the Blue Sox 0 on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Plenty of defensive changes for the Kettleers here in the top of the 6th inning, who lead 1-0. Starting on the mound, Mitch Stallings, the left-hander from Duke, will come in to pitch. Will Haney is now playing short. Gene Cohn is playing first. We'll get to the rest of the defensive changes in just a moment for the Kettleers. Here's the lefty's first pitch. Fastball line drive towards right center field. Running over is the center fielder, and he makes the run and grab. One pitch and one out. Chris Rocco is retired.
Haven't seen the Kettleers give up many hits to the outfield today. Don't know when the last time the ball actually made it that far.
Well, that's Matt Albanese, who's now playing center, so we've seen him play all 3 outfield positions today. And Keenan Innes stays in the game playing left. So 1 up, 1 down, back to the top of the lineup for the Blue Sox, and Ross Curley will be the batter. Right-hand batter, he takes a fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Curley's batted twice. He's reached base both times, singled back in the first, and walked in the third. Stallings, a left-hander from the full windup with no one on the pitch, swinging a dribbler foul back to the screen off to the left, 1-1.
Gene Cohn, who's listed on the roster as an outfielder, is over there at first base, so clearly Coach Roberts is testing out his players at different positions today. Great thing to do for an exhibition game as you're, just a couple days away from the start of the season.
Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss, good changeup, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And it's an exhibition. Win, lose, it means nothing, so might as well see what you've gotten. Well, Albanese has been all over the outfield today. He started game 1 in left, started game 1 in right, started game 2 in left. Now he's in center. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Beautiful changeup from Stallings. And there's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Almost forgot about that first line out. Stallings is working so quickly.
Yeah, the Kettleers pitchers seem to be just working through the Blue Sox lineup.
Very efficient pitching. So 2 up, 2 down. Here's the first pitch from Stallings. Swinging a ground ball hit to second. Easily played by the second baseman. McMillan throws to first, and Levine retired. Once again, the Blue Sox go in order. We're middle of the 6th inning here at Lowell Park. 1-0 Cotuit on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
Larry came from Notre Dame down to Carolina. No, he's still there. I think he is. I left there 17 years ago, but I think Larry's still there. He came in the year I left. He came in and we overlapped about a year. Oh, was it? It's warming up.
No, I don't want to mute it. Check out number 37.
New pitcher for the Blue Sox here in the last of the 6th inning. It's the right-hander Borja Jones Barasaluthe. I think he's first-team all-name. Right-hander will face the top of the Kettleers lineup. Gene Cohn, who leads things off, and he takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Right-hander working quickly, and a fastball misses upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Cohen 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to second in the first inning at a sac bunt in the third. The 2-0. Fastball missed off the inside corner. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's a 3-0 pitch. Fastball up and away. Ball 4. Walk for Cohen to lead off the 6th inning. And Will Haney will now be the batter. He was pinch hit for last inning by Keenan Innes, and now back in the game. It's an exhibition, John. I guess Coach Roberts can pretty much do what he wants.
A little bit of a shuffling around of the lineup, throwing us off a little bit, but hey.
I guess the Blue Sox are hitting 10 guys, so. Haney, right-hand batter. Cohen runs. The pitch is taken upstairs. The throw down to in time. Sneaks by the second baseman, backed up by the shortstop Gaff, and Cohen has a stolen base. Good jump by Cohen. Would have been a really tough play for Cotuit to have any chance of throwing him out.
Would have had to be a perfect throw, right on the money, and it was a little bit off to the left. Couldn't get the tag down.
So Barris Aluthe in some very quick trouble. He's thrown 5 pitches all out of the strike zone. And the Kettleers have a runner on second with nobody out, looking to get at least an insurance run with this 1-0 lead in the 6th inning.
Think we'll see another 2-0 game?
At this rate, it's certainly possible. Right now, 1-0 in the 6th inning as Barris Aluthe steps off the mound. Now peers back in for the sign. And comes set. Looks to second. Now the pitch. Breaking ball missed upstairs, 2-0. And he's really struggling to find the strike zone. That's 6 pitches he's thrown. Not 1 strike so far. Second baseman Smith holding on Cohen at second, so a big hole on the right side of that infield. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good fastball challenged him up in the zone. And the count 2-1. Barris Aluthe peers in for the sign. Looks to second as he slowly comes set below the belt. The 2-1. Swinging a fly ball towards right center field. Back is Ahern. Still going back into the gap. Now reaches down and makes the catch. Tagging going to third is Cohen. He stops there. And the Kettleers have a runner on third with 1 man out. And again, the wind giving these outfielders a tough time. Ahern first went back on that ball and then had to reach down. Almost didn't make the play.
Yeah, had to drop to his knee to catch the ball, and definitely made a throw to first to try to keep the base runner, or a throw to third to keep the base runner at second. Pretty much impossible.
So Spencer Gain out of the batter. Infield comes in against the righty. And the first pitch is a curveball that catches the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Cohen on third. He has very good speed. He walked, stole second, and went to third on that fly ball off the bat of Haney. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, a curveball nicely blocked by Cotuit as Cohen holds it third. 1 ball and 1 strike the count.
Gotta think Cohen's running on anything that he sees possibly in the dirt and past the catcher.
Already taken advantage of his speed once this inning, and he'd love to do it again. Barris Aluthe comes set below the belt. Now the 1-1. Swinging a chop up the middle to second. Cohen holds it third, and Smith throws out the runner at first. 2 men away. Gets with the infield in. Cohen wasn't running on contact, and a good play by Smith to look him back to the base before getting the out at first. And that's the advantage of playing that infield in. A little bit surprised that with 1 out, Cohen wasn't running on contact, but what do I know? So Cohen on third, still with 2 men down now, and Matt Dacey, the DH, will be the batter.
It's a quick ball through the infield, Don't know if he would have gotten home in time.
First pitch, curveball missed downstairs, blocked by Cotuit, and the count 1-0. Cohen on third, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning here at Lowell Park. The Kettleers leading Game 2 of this exhibition doubleheader by a score of 1-0. Cotuit took Game 1, 2-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a foul tip back off the catcher's glove and back to the screen. 1-1. 3 hits aside for both of these teams today, but the Kettleers have the game's only run that came back in the 3rd inning. An infield single for Will Cousins. Went to second on a pass ball, to third on a sac bunt, and scored on a squeeze play.
Just some good small ball there, Dan.
The 1-1 to Dacey. Curveball missed the outside corner, 2-1. And on a day like this, when the wind has been blowing really pretty much everywhere and mostly in, it's so tough to hit home runs or hit balls deep into the gap or to the wall, so you have to rely on small ball, and it's worked. The pitch, fastball, missed below the knees, 3 balls and 1 strike on Dacey.
And I'm sure that's something that Coach Roberts really likes to see in these exhibition games is good situational hitting, being able to get those bunts down and being able to move runners over.
It's the little things that help you in baseball games, and right now that's the reason why the Kettleers lead 1-0. 3-1 on Dacey. Now the pitch, swinging a high fly ball hit to left towards the line. Levine running over, diving into foul ground, and did he catch it? He caught it. Wow, what a play by Jake Levine. I couldn't even see if he caught that one or not, but he made an incredible play, a delayed call from the umps, and the Kettleers unable to score in the 6th. Quite a play by Levine as Cone is stranded on third. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 man left. At the end of 6, 1-0 Cotuit on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
I had no idea. I looked at the umpires. They were staring at each other.
Mitch Stallings stays on for his 2nd inning here in the 7th inning for the Kettleers, who lead 1-0 in Game 2 of this exhibition doubleheader, looking to finish off the 2-game sweep. And Stallings will face 3-4-5 in the Blue Sox lineup. Right-hand batting, Steve Gath leads things off. Stallings, the lefty, working from the full windup with nobody on. The leg kick and the pitch, and a curveball missed down and away, 1-0. Infield and outfield straight away for the Kettleers. Here's the 1-0 from Stallings. Fastball fouled off to the right and well out of play, off into the trees right-hand side. 1 ball and 1 strike. No runs on 3 hits and no errors for the Blue Sox. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors for the Kettleers. And that 1 run came way back in the 3rd inning without the ball leaving the infield. Here's the 1-1 from Stallings. Fastball, that one missed downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. After Gath, it'll be Ahern and Perry here in the 7th inning for the Blue Sox. Here's the lefties 2-1. Swinging a high chop up the middle. Charging is Haney, the shortstop, cuts it off and throws to first in time, 1 away. Well, for a big guy, Haney showed some pretty good range on that play. And certainly a cannon throwing it.
Almost a little bit of a collision over there between him and the second baseman, but, you know, seems like they've been working through their chemistry early in the season. Well, prior to the season, and, you know, they were able to avoid it, and good play.
Well, McMillan, the smaller guy, he's 5 inches shorter, and I think once Haney came over, he said, all right, you know what, you take it, you're bigger. Dave Ahern now the batter, first pitch. Is a curveball downstairs, 1-0. Left-hand batter. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, there's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside with the curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Stallings working pretty quickly with no one on in the 7th. The pitch. Downstairs with the fastball. 3-1. Stallings behind in the count. Doesn't want to put the tying run on base with a walk. Now the pitch. Fastball. There's a strike at the knees at 86 miles an hour. And the count comes full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a curveball. And there's out number 2 here in the 7th inning.
It's really what you like to see from your pitcher, being able to battle back in the count and get a strikeout.
Great pitching there by Stallings. And now Ahern will be the batter. That wasn't Ahern. It was number 25, who's Rick DeAngelis, the manager on the roster. So
Dan, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's not him. I know it's an exhibition game, but I don't think the manager is allowed to bat.
You never know. We've seen guys come in and out of this game. 10 batters for the Blue Sox.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. It's baseball. It's an exhibition. It's summer ball, right? 1-0 on Ahern after a fastball missed downstairs from Stallings.
Might be summer ball, but the sun's gone away a little bit. Sort of wind's picking up again. It might be getting a little bit chilly here again.
1-0 pitch is a strike at the knees. A fastball, 1-1. Stallings peering in for the sign. Gets what he wants. Now into the windup. The leg kick and the pitch. Curveball catches the outside corner. 1-2. Can't stay sunny out all day. Although then again, it started off cloudy until what? 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Got a couple hours of sun in.
Even rained a little bit this morning.
Here's the 1-2. Swinging a dribbler to third. Charging is the third baseman, Gay. Gloves, fires on the run, and off the bag comes Cone. And Ahern safe at first.
The good thing Gay did on that play was, he really came toward the grass and charged the ball. Didn't wait for it. The throw wasn't perfect, but it gave him a good shot at trying to get the runner out.
Wasn't an easy play. It'll be scored an infield single. And now we have another pinch hitter, number 49, who isn't listed on the roster, so
I'm guessing it's not the manager either.
Thank you, John. Right-hand batter, Stallings' first pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit to short. Haney got it. Flips to second. Underhand for the force play, and the inning is over. No runs, no hit. 1 hit. No errors and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time here in Cotuit. It's the Kettleers 1, the Blue Sox nothing on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Who are these people? I'm so confused. Very welcome right away. What? I mean, it wasn't like I cursed. Like that was. Like I'm being serious. I have no idea what's going on. Well, Barra Salutha is out again. We're both on mute. We're both muted now. Right? I know, but like for that split second. Okay. I thought I wanted to do it. How you doing? Oh, all right. I like that couch guy. What, with my baby kangaroo? Yeah. Can you fit in there, John? Probably. Have you been sitting down there? How's the view? Like who's number? Why? And the fact that the fact that number 25, the fact that number 25 in the Blue Sox is their manager. Okay. You guys ready? Ready. 1-0, the Kettleers lead. Last of the 7th inning here at Lowell Park. Dan Silverman, John Metis with you in Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Kettleers and the Lexington Blue Sox. Matt Albanese leads things off. First pitch to the righty is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 from the right-hander Borja Jones Barasaluthe. On inning of work, the righty is 0-1. Curveball in the dirt, nicely blocked by Wojtek. 1 ball, 1 strike. Barasaluthe from the full windup, the 1-1. Curveball misses a little bit upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike on Albanese. After Albanese, Tanner Stanley and then Keenan Innes will bat for the Kettleers. The 2-1. Fastball missed down and away. 3 balls and a strike. Albanese hasn't reached base yet this game. He's struck out swinging in both of his at-bats so far. Once in the second, once in the fourth. The 3-1. Swinging a high pop, foul territory. Over by the first base dugout. Davis, the first baseman, over. It hits off the top of the dugout and rolls out of play.
And Dan, for the first time all game, you don't see anyone in the bullpen for either teams. A lot of the Kettleers pitchers are walking back toward the dugout, so this might be the last half inning of baseball that we have today.
And it could be. We played 9 in the first game. Could be only 7 here in the second. We'll see. 3-2 on Albanese. Now the pitch. Fastball taken down and away, ball 4. And he draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th. Tanner Stanley will now be the batter, a left-hand batter. He's 1 for 2 on the day, singled in the second, and lined out to short in the fourth. Barasaluthe working from the stretch now. Comes set below the belt. First pitch, fastball missed upstairs, 1-0. Stanley backed his head a little bit out of the way, but that pitch wasn't too far inside. Not one of those head-hunting fastballs. 1-0 on the left-hand batter. Albanese leads off first, a throw there, and he's back in with a dive. Outfield straightaway, middle infield. Slightly a double play depth, but not too far up the middle, with Albanese on first and nobody out in the 7th. 1-0 Kettleers on top. The pitch, fastball misses upstairs, 2-0. So Barasaluthe struggling to find the strike zone a bit here in this 7th inning. Walked 1 man in the 6th. Has already walked 1 in the 7th behind 2-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball missed upstairs. It's 3-0. And now he's really struggling. Keenan Innes waiting on deck for the Kettleers. But first Barasaluthe has to get by Stanley. The righty set. Now the pitch, fastball way upstairs, ball 4, and there's back-to-back walks to begin the 7th. So Albanese trots down to second, Stanley takes first, and Keenan Innes will now be the batter.
2 walks in a row, Dan. This is the first pitcher-catcher meeting I've seen on the mound with all these pitchers, only going 1 or 2 innings.
Giving us a chance to see a lot of the pitchers on both of these teams here today in this doubleheader scrimmage.
Common theme with the Kettleers pitchers later in the game has been heat, and more heat.
Especially from Justin Dunn and Daniel Brown, both of them throwing in the 90s. Left-hand batting Ennis, first pitch, and he takes a fastball right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Not quite as much heat from the Blue Sox, that one in at 85. Looks like he took a little bit off of it, too, to get one over the plate. He comes set, looks to second, now the pitch, and a curveball drops in at the knees for a called strike, 0-2. Barasaluthe working quickly. Comes set below the belt, looks to second, now the pitch, swinging a ground ball to short, could be 2. Taking it to the base for 1, the turn to first, in time, double play. Nice play by Gath. And there's 2 men down here in the 7th. So 6-3 on that double play. Going to third is Albany. Stanley wiped out. And Colin McMillan will be the batter.
Number 20, Colin McMillan.
One last chance to bring in another run for the Kettleers. With Albany men down. And the left-hand batter up. First pitch, fastball, paints the outside corner, 0-1.
All McMillan needs here is a base hit to make it an identical score to last game.
2-0 in the first game. The Kettleers won. They lead game 2, 1-0. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball missed down below the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Blue Sox hold the advantage with 4 hits to the Kettleers 3. But the Kettleers have the advantage where it counts.
Exactly. The only one that counts is the runs column. It's 1-0. The pitch, swinging a line drive towards left. That's a base hit. And down the line, cut off in left field by Levine. Taking a big turn is McMillan. He holds there. Now the throw gets away by the second baseman. He heads for second. The throw there, not in time. It's a single and an error. And the Kettleers have a 2-0 lead.
Dan, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but
I
told
get
you
it.
so.
2-0 again. Yeah. Well, you know what? Inning's not over yet. We could be 3-0 for all we know. I hate to see you be right. So Will Cousins now the batter. He scored the first and no longer only run of this game back in the third inning. It's now 2-0 Kettleers with 2 outs in the 7th. And McMillan on second. First pitch to the righty batter. Fastball for a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. A single and then an error on the left fielder Levine that allowed McMillan to go to second. Being held on by Smith. The 0-1. Swinging a line drive into center field. Knocked down by the second baseman. Smith diving. Throws to first. Not in time. But a run-saving play there by Smith. And the good thing he was shaded up the middle, or else that probably would have been an RBI single. That diving play forces McMillan to stop at third. Cousins on first with his second infield single of the day. And the Kettleers have runners on the corners with 2 men down for the leadoff man, Gene Cohn. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul over by the first base dugout. 0-1. If it wasn't for Smith playing up the middle, John, it's probably 3-0, and you're probably wrong.
Still right, Dan, and that's all that counts.
For now. 0-1 on Cohn, looking to bring in McMillan from third with 2 men down in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Fastball. He checks his swing and takes upstairs. 1-1.
Really looked like he wanted to take that one the other direction.
That pitch upstairs looks so good to a batter's eye, and it's a tough one to lay off.
We've seen that many times today.
1-1 on Cohn. The pitch. Swinging a line drive towards left. That one falls in for a base hit. Coming in to score is McMillan. Stopping at second is Cousins. On its first of an RBI single is Gene Cohn, and the Kettleers lead 3-0. Sorry, John. It's okay. No identical scores. The Kettleers with 2 runs here in this 7th inning and still going. Will Haney will be the batter with runners on first and second and 2 men down.
Umpire dusting off the plate. You can hardly see any chalk at all in the batter's box. A lot of action today with the doubleheader.
It's been a long 2 games. Kettleers on the verge of a 2-game sweep before the regular season opens up on Tuesday night at Harwich.
Started here today at 1 o'clock. It's 5:28.
First pitch, swinging a high pop foul off to the right out of play. And the count, 0-1.
These 2 games have gone by really quickly, though, Dan. A lot of quick innings, some solid pitching.
And not a lot of time between pitches either. Pitchers just get back on the mound. 0-1 on Haney. Barris Saluthe set. Looks to second. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good curveball down in the zone. And the count, 0-2. Spencer Gay waiting on deck. He would bat if Haney keeps the inning going. Cousins on second. Cohn on first with 2 down in the 7th. 3-0 Cotuit. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just missed off the outside corner. And the count, 1-2.
You never know, Dan. With the way this game's going, Mike Roberts could be the next one to take that.
You never know. That's what's great about exhibition baseball, isn't it? 1-2 on Haney. Now the righty's pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul off to the first base side. Just got a piece of that curveball to stay alive. And the count's still 1-2. Outfield straightaway against the big, tall, right-handed batter.
Kettleers have doubled their hits on the game in this inning. 3 hits in this inning and 3 hits in the rest of the game.
The pitch, swinging a line drive down the left field line, slicing towards the corner. That's a fair ball heading up to the wall. Coming in to score is Cousins. Cone right behind him, but he actually stops at third. Heading into second is Haney with a standing RBI double, and the Kettleers have a 4-0 lead.
Cone's over at third base, throwing his hands up in the air. Doesn't look like he's too happy about stopping at third base. With a guy with his speed, have made it in time.
I'm surprised he stopped. Probably would have scored easily, but I guess the safe play of 4-0 is to hold him there.
Yeah, must have gotten a signal. He's still just looking around, putting his arms up in the air. Doesn't look to be upset about it, but he's just kind of shrugging his shoulders.
Probably a little frustrated. That's now 4 straight hits with 2 outs this inning for the Kettleers. 3 runs in the frame, 4 hits, and still men on second and third with 2 men down for Spencer Gay.
Okay.
So 1 run on 3 hits before this inning, 3 runs on 4 hits this inning alone. The bats had to wake up at some point.
Yeah, the Kettleers bats just really came to life. They must have known this is the last half inning of baseball they were going to play today and just decided to let it all out.
First pitch to Gay, fastball missed downstairs, 1-0. And Barris Saluthe, the poor pitcher who has to deal with those bats waking up at a rough time for him.
Well, with nobody in the bullpen, it's not like they could really put in anybody else for him.
The 1-0. There's a strike. A fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. Gay, the 8th man to bat this inning. Matt Dacey in the on-deck circle. He would be the 9th if Gay can keep it going. Right-hand pitcher comes set. 1-1. Check swing in the dirt, a breaking ball. He didn't go around. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Gay 0 for 3 on the day. Flew out to left in the first, lined out to short in the third, and grounded out to second last inning. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a high pop foul heading back over our heads and out of play, 2-2. Outfield straight away against the right-hand batter. Infield straight up as well with runners on second and third. The pitch, swinging a line drive towards short. Nicely picked by Gath, and he throws to first to end the inning. Kind of just stuck his glove out and got it on 1 hop as the inning comes to a close. But the Kettleers get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left as our doubleheader exhibition comes to an end. The Kettleers take Game 2 by a score of 4-0. And John, once again, great pitching this game for the Kettleers, and the bats finally woke up at the end as well.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you were looking at this game from the manager's standpoint, that's about the best way you would want to see the game end for your team. Just, coming to life, scoring 3 runs in that final half inning. That's really just a great way to end positively going into the start of the season.
And the season starts Tuesday night at Harwich for the Kettleers. A 7 o'clock start time on that game before the home opener right back here at Lowell Park on 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on Wednesday against Hyannis. And 44 games to go. Nice to get these 2 exhibition games in. Pitching was great, and the hitting, guess we got a glimpse of what could be some good hitting at the end. And hey, it's baseball.
Yep.
You never know what you'll see. We saw 10 guys hit for the Blue Sox today. We saw Will Haney leave the game and come back in. Exhibition baseball at its finest right there, John.
Damn, we've got 44 games left. Going to be a long season. Going to be a fun ride.
I'm looking forward to it. So once again, the final score here at Lowell Park, the Kettleers take Game 1 2-0 and take Game 4 4-0. That wraps things up. We'll see you on Tuesday night for the season opener at Harwich, a 7 o'clock start time. For John Metis, I'm Dan Silverman. We'll see you on Tuesday.